What's up, Taiwan? Good evening. I'm Leslie Liao with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. More details are emerging about how Taiwan will spend its record military budget. The government announced last week its biggest defense spending boost to date. The bulk of the $13.4 billion budget will go towards maintaining the country's existing systems. There are also plans to bolster active troop numbers. Jaime Okan has the details.
President Tsai Ing-wen meets with members of the country's Air Force. The leader of the Democratic Progressive Party has pledged to modernize the island's armed forces in the face of an increasingly aggressive China.
在上个月中国军演期间，空军第5联队的总体警戒兵力增加63组126人次，防空应处共执行18批36架次。
Last week's record $13.4 billion defense budget is her latest push to deliver on that promise. Now, we're finding out more about just how the money will be spent. A large chunk of it will go towards maintenance. Taiwan has been grappling with aging military equipment.
对外军购或者是国内生产的军备，大概都已经到一定年限了，所以它进入就是寿命中期的一些维修阶段。 加上中共这种洗脑，所以在这种情况下，增加这作业维持费，才可以让这些装备可以保有一定的妥善率。
As China increases its military pressure on Taiwan, the island is looking to bolster its defenses, particularly its radar systems. China carried out unprecedented military drills around the island last month, following a visit from U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, including firing a missile that flew over Taiwan and landed in waters near some of Japan's outlying islands. $90 million will go to improving technology that will detect similar threats. Systems like these will provide a high-tech edge to the country's defense and make it as difficult as possible to stage an attack, a tactic known as the porcupine strategy. The Army has already purchased systems that are in line with this goal.
火山这个地雷布雷车可以就是快速的撒布2个足球场大的一个地雷区，可以阻绝敌方的推进。
$84 million will go to purchasing heavy weapons. Taiwan is also boosting troop numbers with plans to add 17,000 active soldiers by next year, bringing its armed forces to a total of 95,000.
这个训练的场地、训练的这个时间可能就要有相应的调整，因为人数增加嘛。这个训练的项目必须要符合这个实际的这个作战的需求，那可能就包括有一些比较真实的、贴近实战的一些相关的这些训练措施。
President Tsai appears to be following through with her promise to modernize Taiwan's military. The record defense spending sends a signal to citizens at home and watching eyes abroad that the country stands ready to defend itself. Chris Ma and Jaime Okan for TaiwanPlus.
A report by Taiwan-based job site 104 has found real wages in the country rose by less than 0.5% over the past year. The report found that inflation, currently at a 10-year high, has largely eaten up recent wage growth. Of 63 industries surveyed, the average monthly pay in 41 sectors fell below the national average. They included jobs in education and catering. Taiwan last week announced a minimum wage hike of more than 4.5% to come into effect next year. The hike comes as concerns mount over rising global energy prices and stubborn inflation. Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-wen has offered condolences to the victims of an earthquake in China's Sichuan province and said Taiwan is willing to assist in rescue efforts. At least 65 people were killed and 50 injured after the 6.8 magnitude quake struck Luding County shortly after midday local time on Monday. The tremor was felt in the provincial capital of Chengdu, where most of the city's 21 million residents are under COVID-19 lockdown. More than 6,500 rescuers worked through the night on search and rescue operations. Another week, another set of plagiarism allegations against Taiwanese politicians. This time against a member of Taiwan's main opposition, Kuomintang. Lin Gengren, who is running for mayor in the northern city of Hsinchu, has been accused of plagiarizing his master's thesis. It follows on the heels of a spate of similar accusations ahead of Taiwan's upcoming local elections. Bing Wang reports.
In a page-by-page analysis, legislators from Taiwan's ruling Democratic Progressive Party, or DPP, unveil what they say is a major revelation. Lin Geren is the main opposition Kuomintang, or KMT's mayoral candidate for the northwestern city of Hsinchu, one of Taiwan's economic centers. The DPP claims that 60% of its thesis was plagiarized using government information, and they're calling on Lin to apologize and withdraw from the race.
那身为一个议员，你的论文几乎全部都抄市政府报告，你是寄生在市政府来拿学位的吧？
Lin Geren denies the allegation, only admitting to leaving out citations by accident.
针对我的论文有6处输了引注，是我的失误，我会细心的检讨。选举要回归政策愿景，而不是泼脏水。
Ling also took the initiative to ask his university to investigate whether he had plagiarized. It's just the latest in a slew of plagiarism allegations made against candidates ahead of Taiwan's local elections in November. Simon Chang, a KMT mayoral candidate for the northern city of Taoyuan, was accused of overseeing a government research project that seemingly plagiarized much of its content. And just last month, the DPP candidate for the same city was forced to withdraw after both his master's degrees were revoked for plagiarism on his theses. It's not yet clear if these latest allegations are true, but it's become a preferred line of political attack in Taiwan in recent years. Politicians can expect their academic background to come under as much scrutiny as their policy platforms going forward, and the Taiwanese people can only hope the candidates on offer hold the high ethical standards expected of people in power. It's Nanya Zhou and Bing Wang for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's police training program is getting an overhaul. Calls for changing the way forces are trained have grown following the killing of 2 officers in Tainan. Ryan Hill-Kilpatrick has more.
Taiwan's police forces are stepping up their training to deal with armed and dangerous suspects. It follows the killing of 2 on-duty officers in the southern city of Tainan.
观察周遭环境，预判可以抵御攻击的掩体，安排前进或撤离的路线，优先保障自身的安全，等待机会反击。
The tragic incident in Tainan has highlighted what some see as an oversight in Taiwan's police training regimen. Under the current system, arrest and control training is treated as separate from the standard police exam, and critics say it is old-fashioned and doesn't adequately account for real-world scenarios. Now, the National Police Agency is reviewing its arrest training program, which has been in place for 18 years, and looking at ways to include it in general training and leverage new technology like virtual reality. In addition to the police exam, we'll see officers faced with unpredictable confrontations like this. It's hoped that these reforms will better prepare Taiwan's police officers and prevent more deaths in the line of duty. Ryan Hill-Kilpatrick for TaiwanPlus.
The suspect in a grisly murder case in New Taipei City has confessed to killing his brother. His comments come after police arrested the man on Tuesday afternoon. Authorities suspect the man killed his brother over a financial dispute. Officers discovered the victim's body Monday night when they were sent to check up on a man who had been missing for 5 days. The body was found missing its head and several limbs. Police say there was no evidence of forced entry into the victim's apartment. The victim and suspect lived together in the apartment. A hot air balloon festival is underway in the southern city of Kaohsiung after it was delayed by a few days because of Typhoon Hinnenmor. For the next week, balloons will take to the skies over the city's Liao moon world, an area of badlands filled with spiky rock formations best admired from the air. The following week, the festival will move downtown for views of the city center from above. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images of an innovative outdoor cinema in Poland that uses pedal power from the audience to generate electricity for the film. The viewers have to use stationary bikes to make at least 50% of the energy needed to show the movie. How's that for spin class? I'm Liao. Take care and see you next time.